Hey guys, today I want to go over the 5 ways to curve a golf ball. And if you're new to golf and you think that this is a little too advanced for you, that's not true either. Because if you have issues hitting the ball a little too far to the right or the left, then these tips can actually help you improve that as well. So the first way we're going to talk about is the way most of us probably heard of by now. It's just changing your grip, stronger grip, weaker grip. So Dr. Gary Wyron recommends going ahead and presetting the face, either a little closed for a draw or a little open for a fade, and then get your normal grip. So if I want to hit a draw, I'll close the face slightly, and then I'll just take my normal grip. And then as you come down to the ball, your wrist will naturally want to square that club face more. Or for the fade, will naturally want to leave that face a little bit more open and curve it to the right. Alright, so the second way we're going to talk about is changing the path of the club. So imagine I have a big beach ball here. If we hit down across the ball like this, it's naturally going to curve out to the right. And then vice versa, we hit from the inside like this, across the right side of the beach ball, it's going to curve to the left. So same concept, changing that path in to out, it's going to help you hit the ball more to the left. And then of course, most amateurs that have the over the top path are going to tend to slice and fade the ball. Alright, so the third way we'll talk about is a way I've never really thought about before, but it's changing the vertical swing plane. So the more vertical the swing plane is, the more the plane of the club face is going to aim out to the right. And then as it gets more shallow for the swing plane, then the face plane is going to point more to the left. So the shallower your swing, the more likely you are to hit it left. The more vertical, the more likely you are to play a fade. Alright, so another way that a lot of us probably are familiar with by now as well is the lead wrist position. So having a flat wrist to impact is pretty critical in the golf swing, but also when you're at the top of your swing, the more bowed you are. If you're too bowed and you have that really closed face, then you're more likely to hit it left or hook the ball. And if you're too cupped at the top, hopefully you can see that okay. Hopefully you can hear me with this wind too. If you're too cupped at the top, the more likely you are to slice the ball, or a slight cup, to play a fade. And then the fifth way that a lot of people don't think about is simply understanding the rotation of the club face throughout the golf swing. So we need to remember that we are rotating our forearms in the release to properly release the club, and then that club face, of course, is going to rotate at the same time. So we have to understand how that works. And then we also need to remember that it's not our arms and our wrists and everything that's just closing the club face on the way down. It's also our body rotation. As we rotate that club face, even if I do nothing else, it's going to close the entire time on the way down. So we just need to really understand that and be aware of where the club face is and its position at all times, and that's going to help us a lot. Dr. Wyron actually also, pretty related to this one, I believe, he talks about presetting like from the follow through. If you have that thumb facing or more in like the 2 o'clock position, then you're most likely to hit a fade because that face is going to stay a little open. And if you have it more in the 10 o'clock position, you have your face closed through your follow through, you're more likely to hit a draw. So hopefully this helps someone.